What's going on, guys? Bizaz here, and in today's video I will show you how you can escape low elo with these simple concepts. The coaching that you are gonna see today is a part of the premium coaching session that this guy booked with me because he wanted to get out of bronze. You can book your own coaching session if you want to get out of bronze, or simply maybe you want to get to higher elo. The concepts that will be shown right here will definitely apply for any rank below platinum, and it can help you get out of low elo on any role, no matter what you play right here. Enjoy the video. Starting with the mid game. So in the mid game, what was the rule that I told you to apply when it comes to understanding when you have to split push and when you have to TP with your
when I had to, well, if I have if there's like a 5-man fight, well, a potential 5-man fight, and I think, what was the other one? You said when I do have teleport, right?
Yes. So if you do have teleport, what do you want to do?
I want to sit in the side lane and push until I see an opportunity for me to help the team out in a big team fight.
Exactly. So for example, right now, considering this minimap that you're watching right now, is it good that you're split pushing, or should you? Okay, 1 second. Because I will just go. So now, judging of what you see on the minimap, you have your TP up right here, and you're staying top lane to split push. Is this good that you're staying top lane?
Hold on, my screen switched to mine. That's why I had to end my stream, because it kept switching to mine. All right. So what was this point again? I'm sorry.
So we have this minimap right here, in this position, and you have your TP up. So you're split pushing top lane with TP up. Is this good or bad? Is it good or bad? Good, because you have TP. Of course you want to split push. How can you know if there is a big fight that is gonna last for a long period of time, so you can justify using your TP to go there? How can you know?
If I see more of the enemies on the screen.
Usually a minimum of 3 versus 3 I recommend you to follow. Sometimes you can also do 2 versus 2, 1 versus 2, but the recommended is 3 versus 3 plus 2 versus 3, or 3 versus 3, 4 versus 3. Number advantage, some like a fight that is going to involve minimum 5 people. That doesn't mean you never TP if someone is fighting 1v1, if you know you can actually TP and get a pentakill or something. But this means what it means is that if you want to commit your TP, your teleport, which is a 5 minutes cooldown, let's say roughly speaking, because it varies, then you want to make sure it works, and when you use it, it's gonna do something. You don't want to look, I want to TP, but I don't know if it works. Okay, then don't TP, don't waste it. You TP if you're sure. Perfect. And how can you be sure of this fight? Because you don't know HP of Yasuo, HP of Taric, how many people are there. What do you have to do right now at this point?
Just keep pushing the lane.
Okay, and then how are you gonna know if there is an opening for you to TP? Because the minimap doesn't always tell you all of the things.
Oh, if I look at the fight.
So every 4 or 5 seconds, you can also look there for like 2 seconds, so you can see what's going on in order for you to have a clean TP usage. So rule of thumb: do we have TP? We can split push. If we don't have TP, then you just have to stay with your team, and specifically with your carry. This is the rule that we apply. So let's see right here. So this was in the later stages. Let's go a little bit in the early game. So the laning phase started, and I loved your leash. It wasn't big. You got fast on the laning phase, so I really like that one. Then you go into the laning phase, and let's see what you're gonna do. You don't know where is Timo, so you respect him very, very, very well. This E right here, let's see. Use this E because you are concerned of Timo. You don't know where is Timo. You also got 3 minions at the same time with your E. They were all about to die, so using an ability on the minions is okay in that specific situation. But usually, for example, right here, if you woke up for this minion, you auto attack. Compared to, let's say you woke up for this minion, and instead of auto attacking, you use your E. Let's say if you use your E here, how would that make a difference?
Been safer.
True. So you don't get poked. True. But how does Timo feels when you're using your E on the minions?
He'll feel safe that I use this, so I can't poke him back.
Exactly. So you're wasting your pressure. So it's not, I can't say that it's always bad to use your E on the minions, because if all of these 3 minions are very, very, very low, and you know that all you have to do is E to hit the minions, then there are some situations when you can use your abilities on the minions. But in general, as a rule of thumb, unless you want to recall after you push the wave, or you have a cannon that you're about to miss and you want to use your ability, usually you should avoid using abilities on the minions.
Right.
Usually.
I try what I try to do. I'll try to CS and hit him at the same time. So I'll try like, yeah.
That's fine.
Because her fireball allows you to do that.
Yes. Like here, you can also look to E him, because
he's
auto attacking
that minion. Yeah.
You can just auto attack, even E like this. You don't need to hit the minion really. So you wanna trade him back. So now let's see what you're gonna do. So here you do auto attack, and then here same thing. You can E him. Playing way too safe. You're missing a lot of openings. And be careful, because in bronze, the first 15 minutes are gonna win 80 to 90% of your games. So this can be considered big. So let's see right now what you're gonna do. So now you are gonna last hit with your auto attack. Boom! You see another E on the minion.
You're right.
Be very careful with this, because now Timo is like, Shyvana is the E? Okay, I'm safe, man. I can farm. So Shyvana, like Timo is happy right now. So be careful with that pattern. Let's see what you're gonna do. So now, let's see. So now when you have your E, let's see if you use it on him. Now you can use it on him. Again, you're playing safe. You see how safe you're playing?
Yeah, I'm playing too safe.
Very safe. Like you have your E, you don't even have a mana. You're not using your E. So we should avoid using abilities on the minions, and we should play more aggressive, especially when we have a minions advantage. Because how do you think the minions make a difference? Let's say you're playing right here inside of your wave. How does this wave help you facilitate the trade?
Because they'll focus on Timo if he hits me, and they'll add more damage onto him.
Like around the minions have like a range, a mantra, let's say, around them. So if you stay in this mantra, if you stay in this range, in this circle, you're easily going to be able to poke him. And then even if you back off and he chooses to hit you, then you have the minions. So playing around minions is important. Like now you look to get that, and then right here when you have your E in like 2 seconds, you can use E. Boom. First of all, you can use E because you're level 2 against level 1. Second of all, you can use your E because you have more minions advantage right here. There are many reasons why you should play more aggressive here.
Yeah, he could have took more damage right there, because if I hit him with an E.
Exactly. And here, same thing. Use E on him. You have more minions. First of all, that allows you to play more aggressive, and you're also inside of your wave. If you're inside of your wave, you're super safe here. So if you go right here and you press E, you chunk him a little bit, you have nothing to lose. You have no mana, and then the E right here was
and I thing again. I got you.
Yeah. You can
I'm seeing it.
It's a pattern. You can see, but no problem. That's why we're here to learn. So now you also have another pattern. So now you want to get the cannon. You see this guy is right here, so you're going to get chunked for this, because he's here, he's moving in. But when you get chunked for the cannon, if he walks up on you and he hits you right here, it's not that bad, because it's a cannon. It's a lot of gold. Usually if it's like a small minion and you're going to lose a significant HP for it, you can consider losing or like giving up the minion, considering that you're playing a range versus melee matchup. In this case, you took a cannon. It wasn't bad, because for a cannon, it's a good cause. Like it gives you a lot of money. Yes, you didn't execute it well, because there is a difference if you go here and you last hit, and there is a difference if you stay here and you last hit. What's that difference?
I could have, he's I'm in his minions, and he can turn on me. And
exactly. If you stay here,
pressure.
If you stay here, you take the minion and you run, then it's obviously better than if you stay here, because here you were like chilling a little bit. See, like look, boom, behind the minion. It could have been right here.
So what I was thinking at the time was I was trying to position myself to hit the E and him at the same time, but I kind of got a little nervous, and I didn't think my E was going to come back in time before my minions actually decimated the cannon. So I was like, okay, let me just auto attack it.
This concept, you learned it from a coach, like you learned it from me, because I've been saying maybe on Steam, or did you like try to like think about it yourself?
Well, okay, so I watch a lot of Nice. So like I kind of like. I watch Nice a lot, and I kind of I don't practice a lot of the things that I see him say up there, but it's just kind of like, because that's just me not taking the chance to doing that, kind of experiencing it for the most part. I try to because I don't think I've seen him do like a Shyvana coaching, but
Yeah.
that right there, that was me just trying to like pressure and CS at the same time. But my cooldown was still up at the time when I went for the CS, so it was just okay.
Yeah, this concept of using the ability on the minion and on them is good, no problem about that. But if you're worried too much about it and you're always thinking about how to do it, it's usually gonna hold you back more than help you. So using the E on the minion and on the Teemo is preferable if you have the angle. So for example, if you're about to get a minion, like let's say if you have your E up and you're about to get this minion and you're right here and you know that by using your E, the E goes through the minion and on him, then sure, it's a bonus. But that doesn't mean if you're right here, you're gonna ask yourself, hey, how can I position it myself so I can also get my E? I mean, you don't need to consume so much energy to get it. If it's there, it's nice to have, but it's not something that you should worry about consistently. What you should worry about more is playing around more minions, what you have, last hitting minions without really losing too much HP, poking him when you have your E up. For example, did you know that if you hit a minion and then you hit him, your E damage is gonna be decreased?
I did not know that.
Exactly. So when Nice explained this, he should have been maybe a bit more clear.
Well, like I said, I didn't see him do like a Shyvana coaching.
Yeah, I know. He's using on other champs. Yes. Champs. This concept is not bad, but
that specific concept. I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you.
No.
But that specific concept I learned from Wukong, where I could E onto a minion and hit the champion if he's like nearby. I kind of learned that from like playing Wukong, so I was like, okay, I could try to apply that with other characters. I see.
Yeah, I would rather not do it at all than try to do it. But if you try to do it, it's a nice to have thing. It's not something that you should consistently try to do in the games. If you have it, you have it. If you don't have it, it's completely fine. Okay, so let's see what's gonna happen right here. So you try to get this minion. Sure, we were a little bit too close. This is the first time you eat on him, on the Teemo. Let's see right here. What's gonna happen right here. So in this so you get the cannon. Good, this is good. I want you to tell me a little bit more about this lane, this specific lane, like in terms of the wave management. What is the wave pushing?
It's gonna push towards him because his that minion is probably about to die soon, and I'll have more, so I'll have like one more. And
true, but what about the next minion wave? What is the next minion wave?
The next minion wave? Which you mean like the mount?
Yeah, the next incoming minion wave that comes from base. So if our wave is right here, where is their wave? If our wave is in this position right here, the second tower, where is the enemy wave positioned?
Oh, in the same position.
Okay, so considering that it's in the same position and your wave position is right now on, like this position, is on his side or on our side?
It's on his side.
True. So what about the incoming minion wave that comes right here? Is it closer to his tower when it comes or to our tower?
It's his tower.
True. So how does this affect the minions when like 6 minions are gonna come here? What is gonna happen with the wave?
It'll like start. It'll build up, of course.
Okay, and what is he gonna push?
It'll start to push my way until my minions get there.
True, and when your minions get there, it's still gonna push into you, because since there are gonna be 6 minions right here, those minions are gonna die instantly. So then, okay, our minions is gonna come, but our minions is gonna be right here. So it doesn't have too much time to come here. To meet the wave. So when it's this wave state and you know that the position of the wave is on his side and there are the same amount of minions involved, 3 versus 3, the fact that the next incoming minion wave meets closer to his tower is beneficial for you, because you know that the wave is going to eventually push into you when the next wave comes here. Okay, good. Be very careful when you walk up, for example, or this minion, like this is the situation that I talked about. One, why is this bad? Why is this called bad? Give me 2 reasons.
Well, he's in this bush and he could come out and engage on me, and plus if I retaliate, I'm still like within his minions, so they could do more extra damage on me.
Exactly. So here you wanna ask yourself, hey, is it worth losing a lot of it, like this HP, to like take this minion? And this is like 14 gold. So it's like, ugh. For a cannon, I would do this. But for this minion, I'm like, oh, I don't want to lose my HP. He was bad. He didn't punish you. He almost punished you, but he wasn't really ready. That was his bad. This is why for lower elos, ranked champions are very bad. Okay, and then here we did some things with the wave. Now wave is coming into you. You're playing safe. Be very careful right here, because here you said, oh, he used the Q on the minion. I can trade. Theoretically, it's good. Nis would say it's good. But what's the problem here? Even though he missed the, like he uses the ability on the minion, you forcing a trade right here on him, even when he doesn't have that ability, is bad. But why is it bad in this situation?
Because he can still kite me out, and I'm in his minions now.
Exactly. So you see, these concepts help you, because you should be looking to trade when he doesn't have his Q. Yeah, but that doesn't mean you always do it, because if you do that into like a big minion wave, or when the enemy jungle is around, then you're gonna die. So what I want to say is that my rules or Nis rules, or we all have exceptions for this rule. So here we should still avoid trading in this case. Okay, let's see what we're gonna do right here. Wave is coming into you, sure. Timo is missing, but he's probably into the brushes because he's sneaky. And then now he is sneaky in the tower. I mean, he's in the brush. No problem. Nothing you can do about that. You respect it very well, Graf. Now you're just pushing. He's still in the lane. Normal. This is normal. Timo starts to have lower mana. So at this point in time, not now, but now when he uses another Q on the minions, you can start poking him again with your E. But why?
Because he's running out of mana, and
True.
And because I'm still behind my minions.
Exactly. He's running out of mana. So if you go right here and use your E, there is nothing that he can do. You also have your minions. So you see how scared you are? You're like, okay, but it's Timo. Yeah, it's Timo, but he has no mana. Okay, but it's Timo. I want to play safe. Yeah, man, but it's no problem. This E was good, but it should be even more aggressive than that. And then now he had low mana, so we need to consider this. And now he went into the brush. So again, he's gonna do his cheesy stuff, like staying there and chilling. You're gonna wait. He pushed again. You try to E more. Nice. This lane should have been won in the first 3 minutes, easily, if you use E on him. So we need to work on that. Let's see what's gonna happen here. Okay, so he's pushing and then he's going into the brush. He's definitely gonna probably just stay there, wait you, or maybe even recall. Now you're waiting, you're chilling. 3 seconds, 4, 5, 6. Okay, he's still here. This is the normal Timo. He stays, he was into the brush, and now you're just looking to E him. Better aggressivity. Now the Timo was pretty low right here, because you have Ignite and he's in your kill range. So let's see what he's gonna do. He could just stay into the brush and he could chill. 5 seconds pass. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16. What are you thinking at this point in time?
At this point, I was thinking he might still be in there, waiting for me to overextend. But I was trying to, but I wanted him to poke his head out again before I could jump on him with my R.
Okay, so right here, what are the possibilities? So he has this HP right now in the lane, right? So
yes.
What are the possibilities? Like, what should he do right here?
I mean, he should definitely back.
True. So right now, you're not pushing because you think that he's in the brush, which is good. But after you wait 15 seconds and you see that he's not in the lane, what is most probable happening right now?
He's backing. That's why I figured after a little while, I was like, okay, he might have actually backed.
So then if he has done that, what should you be doing right now?
Backing. And probably use a teleport to get back in the lane.
Okay, but what about the wave?
Push. Yeah, push the lane. Sorry.
Okay, until when? Until when should we push the lane?
Until Timo pops up again.
Okay, so what state of the wave do you want to be? Do you want the crash? Do you want to, like, what exactly do you want to do?
Oh, okay, yeah, I want to crash into his tower so he can push back towards me.
Okay, good. So in this case, like, when is the stage where you want to push the wave? Because right now he could be into the brush, but after how many seconds should you?
What would you say? 10 seconds?
Yes, you can use 12 seconds in your games because some people are like weird, or even 15 sometimes. But it's certain that right now, if 15 seconds pass, like in this case, you should be like, hey, he is recalled. I also want to recall, but I can't recall now because I want to push the wave first so I can crush. So now you should be pushing really hard.
Right.
You wasted a lot of time. You see, this is more important than mid game. You can be faker in the mid game. You're not going to get out of bronze if you don't improve the early game stuff.
Right.
So be very, very careful. This is more important than anything.
I think, I forgot to tell you. Yeah, I did have a problem with like knowing when exactly to back.
I know.
Outside of like obvious times, I did. Yeah.
So here you pushed, and then you recalled immediately. Very, very, very good. Perfect. I would recall into the brush, into the second brush, but overall the recall is good because you crushed the wave. And then here you shouldn't really have any worry to TP on the lane. Not because you need it, because you don't need it now, the wave is not in the tower, but because you're not gonna use your TP in the next 6 minutes anywhere else, so you can always use your TP on the lane of cooldown. For bronze and silver, it should work very, very fine. After gold, it's gonna be a bit different, but I think that using TP a bit more, even if you're gonna get only like 4 minions, I think it's fine for you, because you get a good advantage. Yeah, this is definitely... Okay, 550 wave management we talked about. Okay, let's see. So now you're staying in the lane. Teemo is, again, look at how safe you're playing. Like, Teemo is walking up at you. What should you be doing right now?
Ian.
Yeah. Auto-attack the minion, don't lose the minion, or even Q if you really wanted to make sure you get it. Move right here and try to E him, or E him through the minions. Either way, it's fine. But look how safe you're playing. Like, oh, okay, but I want to play safe. Yeah, but he's low mana. Like, he's like, you let this guy play the game. This is right. why we are stuck here. Is because we have a lot of openings that you probably don't see yet. Good E, but imagine if you've done that the whole lane.
Right.
Really, really important. Good, because your Shyvana is good. Like, look at him right now. Like, let's see if you're gonna E here. Like, here, you should walk up on him. Well, you have the minions, so take the minions first. And after the minions, you should confidently face check the brush and ulti him, because you see you're clicking. Your clicking is like, okay, but I'm safe. I need to play safe. Like, look at the clicking, clicking back. Yeah, but clicking back for who? Because if you think about it, Teemo is really low. Like, not now. Like, now. He's really low, like really, really low. And look at him. You shouldn't really be worried about him going on you. So we also have a problem with like knowing the limits of the champs, like understanding how much.
Yeah, I'm not as familiar with Shyvana as I am with Wukong.
And then you push. You pushed because you. Oh yeah, you wanted to say something?
Oh no, I was saying I'm just like you're right about like not knowing the limits of Shyvana like that, because I'm much more like versed with Wukong. I know pretty much like what I can do with him.
Yes.
So yeah, but yeah, that was it.
Okay, so right here you pushed because Teemo was very, very low, and this is very, very good. Now you try to push, you crush the wave, and after you crush the wave, at this point in time, what options do you have to do? So option number one. Tell me more about your options. So Teemo recalled, you push. So what options do you have right now in terms of what you can do?
I can go for a plate.
Okay, so you can go for a plate. Plate is one.
Okay. I can just back.
Okay, back is two. Perfect. How do you decide if you should go for a plate or you should back? Like if you should back?
Depending on how long Teemo has been gone. And knowing where the jungler is.
Okay, so let's go step by step. So right here, can you die right now of the Cho'Gath if you ulti out?
No.
Exactly, because you have your ultimate. So now when you take this plate, usually I don't recommend people to stay for plate unless they have demolish. I mean, I don't recommend people to stay for plate if the plate is full HP unless they have demolish. In this case, you had the demolish, so you stay for plate. Can you approximate me a bit where is Timo right now? Because he was coming in the lane for a while. So where approximately is Timo?
It's probably about halfway.
Yeah, so it's probably right here. So what can happen if you stay for one extra wave here and he's almost here?
He can engage on me and I can get ganked.
True. So considering that the first thing that you were thinking right here is that, hey, Timo recalled, but since he recalled, I can push this wave very fast. And after I push this wave very fast, I know that I still have time to get the plate, and I want to get the plate so I can get extra money. But what should be right now your thought process after you done this right now in terms of what you should do?
I should have backed.
Exactly.
But I got greedy and decided to go for the wave. Yeah.
Because what's the problem if you also go for this wave?
Oh yeah, I can still get ganked.
Well, yes, first of all, and if you were smart, he would have actually walked up on you and tried to stop your recall. So it's very important if you try to stay for plates. Usually you want to stay for plate or wave. But you just really want to be able to understand and approximate where is the enemy top laner, so you can see if you can take the plate safely. If you can't, just take the wave and recall. And if you can't take the plate, just take the plate and run. That's much better. Of course, unless, let's say, Timo is dead for 30 seconds. Of course, in these situations, you stay for more than one plate. But in general, if you know he's coming onto the laning phase, you either want to choose, can I take the plate and then I get the fuck out of here? Or do I just get the wave and then recall fast? So this is a big thing, when to take the plates, when to not take the plates. And then the problem is that even worse, because here not only that you overextended, but you overextended even more. Now you have a huge wave into the tower. You had so much time to recall.
Right.
He recalled already, you didn't do it, but you're like, okay, but I want to stay. Yeah, but he recalled.
Right.
I mean, if he recalls and you didn't, that doesn't necessarily mean you always recall. But because there are some situations where you have full HP and you can stay. There are some situations when you have just 100 or 200 gold here and you can stay even if the enemy recalled. But it's not this situation, because in this situation you have half HP and you also have 700 gold, which is quite okay for a recall. So in this situation and in majority of the cases, if enemy recalled, we also want to look to recall. Super important. Okay, good. Okay, perfect. So let's see what we learned from this coaching session, and let me give you the session recorder. So what do you think are the most important things that we learned today?
I need to start. I need to play slightly less safe than what I am, and engage more. Okay. Especially when I can poke.
Exactly. So play more aggressive. True.
Let's see. Learn when I need to back. Then learn when
huge.
Learn to read when somebody else is backed.
True. Read when I need to back.
Let's see. What else?
Understanding when to use abilities and understanding your limits. So knowing your limits.
Okay. Yeah.
Limits. So knowing your limits. Perfect. Playing around minion wave in early, like if you have a big wave, try to play around it and be more aggressive if possible.
Right.
If they have a big wave, try to avoid trading or avoid losing all of your HP for like a little trade.
Right.
I think that the biggest thing for today is definitely recall timings. Is the one that needs immediate focus. Timings needs immediate focus for the biggest improvement. Okay, I think to improve this, how much do you usually play in a day?
It really depends on the day, because sometimes I'll play 10 games a day. Sometimes if I'm able to.
Okay.
Well, when I started off, that was pretty much a goal for me. Just play 10 games a day and try to at least hit that much. And these days I haven't really been able to do it. Just work and being tired and stuff. It's just, but I'll try to at least get 3, maybe 5.
I see.
If I can.
So
I'm
if you
able.
can play 35 more games, or actually 25 more games on top lane, that would help you a lot. Watching the session one more time would help you a lot as well to apply the info from the coaching. I also want to give you a homework. Let me see. So do you know my Patreon?
I'm subscribed to it.
Perfect, because I have a lot of amazing videos for you on Patreon. So let me see. So top macro wave management, this is really, really good for you. Yeah, Riven Silver, this is perfect for you. This is top good video for low elo, learn how to play from behind. So I think right now with this coaching session, you should watch it one more time. Or 2 more times even. I think it can help you, and then you can watch the videos on Patreon, because it's really helpful right now that you have the Patreon and you know what you're doing wrong, so you can just specifically look at the players that I coach and see how they do it better. I think that the plan to get gold would be the recall timings and wave management should be fixed, and then the aggressivity in lane for sure. And then there are some things, so there are some builds that you're doing that are a bit more coin flippy. As in, I do recommend you for now, because you don't have like a very deep knowledge about like what you should be building and like what every item does. You can just use this website, because I'm not an expert on Shyvana. You can use this website. These are pro players on Shyvana. So you can see, you can select top lane, and you can see all of the builds for top lane Shyvana by pro players, and you can just copy. Whether you want to go AD or AP, you can just copy. Yes, usually you should adapt it, you should understand why you're building the things, you should be able to be flexible. Not for bronze. For bronze and silver, I don't think builds matter, so I think for now you can maybe just copy some builds from here. Whether you want to go AD or AP, you can try out some strategies with Ghost maybe. I think you'll like it, and you go from there. The build can actually hold you back if you're just playing with like random items. It can hold you back. Yes. Okay, so the plan for gold is recall timings, wave management. After we fix this, we're gonna go on the aggressivity, and there's gonna be just one more thing for gold. It sounds easy, it's not really easy. It's gonna be like a process. You'll need a lot of games, you'll need practice, you'll need strategy, but now you're on the right path. The nice to have things to improve faster is I recommend you to play some feel, because it feels like you don't have that much experience in the game. So playing some normal games, why not? Maybe with your friends, maybe it can help you actually if you can. Also range champions. If you play range champions, you're gonna learn more about the game than if you play Shyvana. This is why you.
The only ones I've messed with, well, as you can see up there, is Twitch.
I know. Maybe some mages, because you're gonna learn the game faster with this. Because on Shyvana, you're learning the game at the very slow pace. So maybe playing some Annie, or maybe playing some Vex, or maybe anything range that is a mage can help you.
I think like the only mage I've ever been like interested in is Cassidon, but he's not really like mage like.
He's not a range, right? He's not a range.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, anything can really help. So now you know what you need for gold. We also talked about how to split push properly with TP. You have to look more to see what's going on in the fight. If it's a 3 versus 3 or a fight that is big, that involves minimum 5 people, you want to look there. And if it looks very reliable, you can consider TPing. If you don't have TP, you shouldn't split push. You should hover the big carry. If you do have TP, then you should just split push, but don't die there. Like these are the things, Raf. So let me give you the session recorded, and let's go to the questions if there are any.